The microfungi which has colonized a calcareous piece of seashell has been releasing this type of stream of gas bubbles, and the specimen is mounted in lactophenol cotton blue and directly observed under a research microscope. The reason for this type of microbubbling is not exactly known, but it is possible that the carbonate in the shell is utilized by the fungus, and some gas is generated. We can't be sure whether it is CO2 released through action of organic acids produced by the fungus, or it is oxygen that is released. So it is very difficult unless specific detailed tests are done, but it is very clear that after having mounted the specimen in this hydrophobic media which has lactic acid phenol, that is lactophenol, and a textile dye called cotton blue, this reaction is occurring. Now this process will be compared and contrasted with a control, which is just a plain calcareous fragment of seashell of almost same size. But this is unreported because if living fungi in the calcareous shell, they produce air bubbles or CO2 bubbles or oxygen bubbles, which are not seen because these are trapped inside the shell, and by amendment or transfer to a hydrophobic media, there is a differential air tension which releases the trapped gases, which is a very common observation even in aquatic ecosystem. When the sediment decomposes, carbon dioxide and methane rises to the surface, and people mistake these things as some sort of miracle. So I think the same process we can see here, because this is a fragment which has been lifted from coastal beach sand of North Goa. So it is very clear that this process is mediated by the microfungi itself, which indicates that it is still alive and it is releasing the trapped gases. And perhaps this is what may be happening when these calcareous colonized seashells go under the tide. The trapped air bubbles may get released into the marching sea water. So we are almost replicating the tidal process here, because tides may cover such fragments on the beach sand, and that may release the trapped air, and again the fungus may be ready to start the process all over again of utilizing carbonates for its growth as a carbon source.